What is up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today we're going to be giving you my first impressions of The Crew. It's been a solid week now that this game's been out, and I have, if you count up all my levels from the PS4 version and the PC version, I would say I've probably, like, if you added them both up, I'm definitely like level 80. Obviously, you can only go up to 50, but if you added them together, I'll probably be about level 80, 90. So I like to think that I have got quite a lot of experience in the game, more so than your average player. I've obviously been at school and stuff, so I can't play it, like in and out like some other YouTubers can. But I think I've played enough to give my first impressions of the game. So yeah, we're just going to be driving around, no real objective, we're just going to be driving around in the areas which I haven't drove around in yet. I'm playing the PS4 version at the moment, because I finally got my PS Plus renewed earlier on today. I got 3 months for a £5. That is an absolute bargain. But yeah, first impressions. Again, I'm a bit ill, so if you kind of like hear my voice go a bit weird, you know why. Okay, so I'm gonna go through all the bad points first, just to get them out of the way with, and I can obviously talk about how great The Crew is. So, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the video I made yesterday about PvP. If you haven't, just like type in PvP is broken on my channel. But PvP is awful. The lack of skill-based matchmaking in PvP really does show. And you can't play PvP, without. Well, you can't play PvP unless you have a fully upgraded car. It's not fair. So, the player versus player is a bit broken. On top of that, I would say the pricing can be a bit overpriced, and depending on how you see it. Personally, I don't see it as overpriced. It's the same pricing as GTA Online, so if you like the pricing on GTA Online, you're not going to have a problem with how it is in The Crew. However, if you didn't like GTA Online's pricing, you're not going to like The Crew's pricing, because it's basically the same. Again, the game contains microtransactions, which doesn't help. And then there's obviously some few glitches here and there. Again, if you're looking for customization and the next Underground 2, this game just isn't for you. For me personally, I would not say this is as good as Most Wanted 2005 or Underground 2 for me, and they're still my favourite racing games of all time, for definite. But those are really all of the bad points. I kind of like the physics, but again, the physics are hit or miss really for most people. And on top of that, obviously it's always online, so if you struggle to have an internet connection, or your internet connection goes down, or maybe you're one of those guys who really hated the Xbox One because for some reason you just don't have internet connection, you're gonna hate this game. It has always online DRM, so you have to be online to play this game. Without a doubt. If you haven't got online, you can't play the game. It's as simple as that. So, what do I think of The Crew? What are the good points? What make this game, truly revolutionary? For me personally, the open world and the physics are what makes this game great for me. As you can see here, look how big this open world is. Now, obviously, this is the PS4 version. On the Xbox, on the PC version, I've obviously explored a lot more. But just look how much of this area, which I haven't explored in the mountain states. Just to put this in perspective, it takes about 50 to 40 minutes to go from one side of the map to another, and it takes 2 hours to go around the whole perimeter of the map. So that's a long freaking, time. So the map and the sheer scale of the game is just tremendous. Also, the game's going to last you a lot longer. It's kind of overall, its overall lasting appeal, I guess. It's going to be a lot longer than most racing games, It doesn't get repetitive, unlike, for me, the best case, best kind of explanation. The best way to explain this is games like Horizon 2, for example. Horizon 2 got really boring really quickly, It was literally race after race after race. In this, you've obviously got those cross-country races, you've got, all different types of races on all different types of terrain, even like racetracks like Laguna Seca, and what else? You've got like some speedromes, like NASCAR speedromes. So you've got all types of, hidden tracks, you've got hidden cars, you've got takedown missions where you have to take down other cars, you've got, following missions where you have to follow another car, you've got, package missions where you have to kind of deliver a package, you've got time trials, you've got so many different types of events. Please do note, Lap Knockout has still not made a return to this game. So if you love Lap Knockout in the older Need for Speed and Need for Speed games and the Midnight Club games, that doesn't make an appearance. However, cop chases are in here. Overall, it's got a lot more variety than many of the racing games nowadays do. And racing games always struggle to bring variety, but I'm really satisfied with what the crew brings to the game. On top of that, you've also got skill challenges, landmarks to visit, which are great. If you didn't know what skill challenges are, they basically are little mini events which help you upgrade your car. And then obviously that car gives you upgrades to improve it, make it faster, make it handle better, etc, etc. At the moment you're seeing a pretty low end car, but if I go into my mobile garage here, oh actually let's go to the mobile tuner to see if we've got any better parts. As you can see there, you got like gold parts, silver parts, bronze parts, and all that kind of jazz. If we go into my mobile garage, you'll see there's perf spec, race spec, dirt spec, street spec, and full stock. These are basically the different classes. There's also circuit spec, which I haven't unlocked on PS4 yet. And these are kind of the different specs which you can use. Each different spec has its own different traits. So circuit spec is a dedicated race vehicle. Raid spec is a dedicated off-roading vehicle. Perf spec is kind of your street racing mad car, which goes really fast. Very similar to how cars handled in Underground, if you want to, think about it that way. Dirt cars are your all-round just great cars for any terrain. Street cars are kind of your starting level cars, which you're going to be using right at the start. And then obviously full stock are just full stock cars, which no one uses because you can't upgrade them. And that's basically all of the features in the game. I will say that there is a significant lack of tuners. There's no Supra, no RX-8, no RX-7, no S13, no S12, no R33, no R35. Like I said, there's no FD, there's no IS300, there's no, what other cars? There's no MX-5. Very, very big lack of tuners. That's a big, huge problem for me. And also the customization is a bit underwhelming. I made a video about this in the beta. I guess I was kind of scared to air out my opinion because everyone kind of put a halo around the game sort of thing and kind of gave it a kind of like a protective shielding. If you said one bad thing about the crew, you would most likely be hated on. But I feel comfortable saying it now. The customization is lacking, most definitely, and you'll see this if you play the game yourself. If you just generally play the game, you'll see that the customization isn't as great as it is, and there is a very big emphasis on exotics and muscle cars, not so much tuners. There's two tuners in the game, both the Nissans. It's the R34 you'll see me driving here, and the 370Z, and they're both one of the starting cars which you can buy off the bat with crew credits. So there isn't really any, super tuners. Like there's no GT86, no, Torino. There's no Civics. The list goes on and on and on. So I guess in that perspective, there's no tuners, and that's really annoying. But if you don't buy the crew for customization, in my opinion anyway, this is all my opinion. The reason I bought the crew is because of the amazing physics and because of the vast open world. And when I mean the open world is always lively and awake, I mean that. Like as you just saw there, someone was starting a race and there's always players in your session. Do note, people do have problems with getting other players in sessions. I'm not one of those people. As you can see, this guy here is ramming into me. Whee! There, you just did it there. But yeah, as you can see, there's always players in my session anyway. I'm on PS4. It's only this guy at the moment. But yeah, there's always players in the sessions available to race with. Obviously, this is going to depend on your internet connection and how well you actually have a connection and stuff. But there's usually always people, to drift with. Like, this guy is just randomly following me. And I think that's pretty cool. He's probably going to take me out. But I don't really mind. Like, it's kind of cool to have other players in sessions. And overall, it's a great game. It's a solid 8 out of 10. I would give it a solid 7.5 thus far in the first week. It has its major flaws with its car list and its customization menus and stuff. However, overall the package is solid. Many people kind of think a 7.5 is a bad review score. No, a bad review score is 3. 7.5 is showing that this game is a solid all-round package with a few minor flaws. This game is far from perfect. But at the same time, it's a great game, which you're going to have lots of fun on. And in my opinion, I think this will last longer than Horizon 2. For the basic reason, it's got a lot more to do in, and it has a lot more variety, unlike Horizon 2. Yeah, solid 7.5 thus far. Again, I can't give my full opinions because I haven't finished the game, as in story-wise, and I haven't been able to play fair PvP games yet. So once those problems are sorted, I'm going to give my full review. But at the moment, I can definitely say it's a solid 7.5. I'm vastly enjoying this game. Again, major weak points if you are thinking about buying this game are the car list. Not only the lack of tuners, but there's only like 40 cars on the list, which is very disappointing. And then obviously the physics can be hit or miss depending on your own opinion. But personally, I'm loving this game. I think it's one of the best racing games that we've seen in a very long time, and I can't wait to play more of it as time goes on. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Social media links are down in the description below. And yeah, guys, stay safe. Peace.